Hello YouTube, it's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we are talking 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way, Season 5, Episode 1. Far Trek The Next Generation is the name of the episode. So we're just going to get onto it with this video. This was not my favorite opening episode. A lot of weird stuff went down. It was just stuff that is just it might be a long season. I was actually thinking, based on this first episode, whether or not to even cover this season or the other way. But I'm gonna give it a fair shot. And I don't like doing that, but just something was not right about this opening episode. I can't put my finger on it, but anyway, I digress. But the other way decides to return. It just ended like a month ago. Season 4 just ended a month ago. Now we're in season 5 already. So we're introduced to new couples and had a returning couple, and still got a few more to meet. The first couple I want to talk about is Holly, I think her name is, and Wayne. So Holly, I forget where she said she was from, but Wayne is from South Africa. And they've been a few years ago. She's gone over there a couple times. And when we first met Holly, she had was playing with her. She has really long hair, and she was talking about basically how it's real and stuff. I don't know. This couple kind of confused me a little bit, but you had her playing with her hair and talking about her hair and stuff. And she met Wayne a few years ago online, and she's gone over to South Africa. They hung out over there. He proposed to her, and she said yes. So Wayne is from South Africa, and he's a plumber. And we met him. He's a plumber, and he's just I don't know. Wayne gives me Nicola vibes from B90. He has like a mean look in his face. I don't know, but he said in this relationship here Holly's parents are interfering, and he said if they get married that her parents had got to go or something like that. And I'm just not a good start, buddy. Not a good start. So Holly is planning on moving to South Africa, but she stayed over there before, and there's a big issue in South Africa. South Africa is one of the dangerous countries in the world. And she said that her and Wayne's place had gotten broken into a few times. And she's all about safety and all that. Well, my opinion is just a common sense thing. Why are you moving there? You know how dangerous it is, and that he's gotten broken into a few times. After she left, his house got broken into again. She said something that in South Africa, they do a little stake out or stake light or something where they shut out the whole power in the whole town and stuff. And, I don't know, something weird like that. But yeah, it was just, I don't know. I don't know about that couple. I don't know. And they didn't really stand out to me. And I don't know. The next couple we were introduced to is, and I'm gonna have a field day with this couple. I'm kind of intrigued. Brandon and Mary. So Brandon, he is 23 years old, and so is Mary actually. And he actually lives in a mobile home. He lives outside his parents' house. He said he was adopted. His biological mother, who we actually met in the episode, used to be on drugs and stuff, and he was taken into foster care and all that. Grew up with a foster family and all that. And it took until recently for them to reconnect and stuff. And so he didn't mention nothing about him working, but just going through all of that, he met a girl from the Philippines named Mary. And Mary is she said she was previously in school. She was dancing, had a dance scholarship or something like that, and was trying to be a model and stuff and everything. We seen her where she lives. She actually doesn't look like she lives in poverty. Like a lot of the places in the Philippines we see poverty. Her place did not look like poverty, other than they have to wash their clothes down on the river. But besides that, like she lives in a nice place, and like a really like nice area out, like they actually live like on a farm type. She was actually rides a water buffalo into town like it's a horse or something. So it was pretty interesting. So kudos to her. But Brandon and Mary, they are obsessed with each other. They're literally on the phone 24/7. When I say literally on the phone 24/7, I literally mean they're on the phone 24/7. We met Brandon when they first showed his picture video, him holding up his little tripod phone camera on video chat with Mary. They are on video chat during the entire day, and there's like a 12-hour difference from the U.S. to the Philippines, and they do everything together. They're even still in video chat when they sleep. And the very first thing that we seen when we met Brandon was I seen somebody pulling down their pants and everything. I thought they were gonna have phone sex. I'd much rather seen that than what we had to see. They showed him pulling down his pants and going number 2 at the bathroom while on video chat with his girlfriend. What kind of first things first, why? Secondly, why? Yeah, another why. TLC, are you serious? Did we really need to see that? We did not need to see that. So right out the gate, it was just right out the gate, and it was just disgusting. Then we seen, so they talked about how they're obsessed with each other. Brandon and Mary both been cheated on in previous relationships, and it was Mary's idea to be on video chat at all times. Mary does not like it when Brandon talks to other girls that is not his mother or his sister. And we seen Brandon go to the dentist and to get some dental work done and get a teeth cleaning, and the dentist, who happens to be a female, was talking to him, saying, "Hey, is this your girlfriend? And is this your first love?" And he said, she's not my first love. And then she starts crying. She's like, "You lied and everything. Like, I'm supposed to be your first love." She's like, "You are my love." And she was like, my ex was my first love," or something like that. "Well, I didn't love my ex like that, so you're really my first love." And then he was like, "Well, if you put it that way, then yes, you're my love. I'm sorry." They brushed that off. Then we meet Mary in her element in the Philippines. She lied. This is all her idea, but she had lied when, of course, it's daytime. When it's daytime there, it's nighttime here. So when Brandon's sleeping, she actually unplugs the router and goes out and hangs out with her guy friends, and knowing that Brandon will be upset if he knew that. Now, again, we have another Angela and Michael situation, another Gina and Jasmine situation. Now look at Mary lying. Those guys that she hung out with, they didn't seem like they were interested in her. They did seem like they're just good friends, but they felt like that Brandon is putting her down. And Mary had mentioned that when she was in school, she wanted to be a model, and she was dancing stuff, and Brandon didn't like that. So Mary freaking dropped out of school because of Brandon. She dropped out of school. I'm like, what? You dropped out of school because you did not want to follow your dreams because a guy you never even met in person, didn't like it? Didn't like what you were doing? And you dropped out of school and dropped out of following your dream? What's he gonna do? You can say, "Oh, I may lose him forever." So, if a man Now I understand, like, for a man's perspective, don't want to see like his girl like half naked all around the world. I get that, but if you're following your dreams to become a dancer or a model and stuff, he should be supporting you. And what can he do? You're in the Philippines. He's in America. What's he gonna do? He can't do nothing. So that just really made me mad when I heard that. So then we last seen Brandon, so on video chat with Mary, meeting up with his mother and her sister, and they're talking about the move to when he's trying to move to the Philippines. And the mother and the sister just like are really irritated. Mary was on irritated with Mary. She's like, she don't want you around another girl other than your mom and sister, and it pisses her off. Absolutely. It's not fair. And then Mary heard the conversation, starts crying and stuff, and that's where we left off. And they're trying to understand each other's perspectives, but that's just, in this relationship, it's just not healthy. It's not healthy. I'm kind of intrigued with this couple, but not healthy. It's just really weird. Really weird. So yeah, I rambled on a long time about them. Next couple I want to talk is we met Julio and Kirsten. I'm pulling for this couple, Julio and Kirsten. So Julio is actually originally from the DR, and he moved to America when he was 8 with his mom, when his mom married an American man. And he said when he grew up, being bullied, odd man out and everything, but then took more classes and learned a lot of things. And now I couldn't tell, he's fluent in English now. And so he's a DJ. He works at like at a school, or in school in the daytime and a DJ at night and stuff. And he is moving to the Netherlands, where he met this girl named Kirsten. Kirsten is a beautiful blonde lady from the Netherlands. They met on he did some traveling. Yeah, Julio said that he traveled into a lot of countries, and I think when he was in the Netherlands, he came across her. No, I think they met online, but he did say that he met. He's been traveling around the world, basically. So he's planning on moving to the Netherlands to be with Kirsten. Kirsten actually has been in America a few times and is coming to America first to meet his family and stuff. Now, Julio said that the mom does not know about him moving to the Netherlands. So he had to have a nice little heart-to-heart conversation with the mother. The mother was just super, super sad about it. It was heartbreaking. But he's moving to the Netherlands. And she was like, be careful. If it's going to hurt, like, don't get hurt and everything. I'm going to miss you. Why? Like, why are you moving, basically? Anyway, like this. So yeah, I feel the mom's pain on that. So we also met Kirsten in this episode. Kirsten, she says she wouldn't normally would date somebody that wasn't European, but she said there was something about Julio. She calls him Julio because she said that's like he likes being called Julio from her or something like that. So she calls him Julio and stuff. She said there was something about him, and made her like him a lot. So she's coming to America to meet the family. But so she gets on a plane. Julio goes to the airport to meet her, and she got caught in customs. They took her passport, and Julio called her, say what's going on, and she's like, they're treating me like I'm a criminal or something, and then she hung up. And we're just thinking, I was watching Pillow Talk, Veronica said this might be another Andrew and Amira situation. Remember in season 8 of 90 Day Fiancé when Amira landed in Mexico City and she got detained for 2 days and had to be deported back to France? we're kind of worried that this might be a repeat for the situation this time for Kirsten. I hope that's not the case. So we kind of left off on a cliffhanger on that one. So, but yeah, I like Julia and Kirsten. I'm pulling for them. I think they could be a good couple. And speaking of good couple, let's talk about a good couple who actually has some good sense. Kenny and Armando. Welcome back. Welcome back to The Other Way, Kenny and Armando. They are the number one, my opinion, the top rated, the number one couple in the whole 90-day universe. They don't fight. They're not into that baloney TV drama. They have their little snippets here and there, but they're the best couple. And they're back for season 5. They were on season 2 and 3 of The Other Way. Now they're on season 5 of The Other Way. And Kenny has been dying. We've been seeing this on 90 Day Diaries. Kenny wants to move to Mexico City, but Armando doesn't. Armando is just a small town guy. You know, he has a little daughter named Hannah just grew up over the years. She is so beautiful. She's 9 years old. And now she's speaking perfect English. She didn't know any English when we first met her a few years ago. Now she's speaking perfect English, gotten older. So beautiful, so cute. I love Armando's daughter, Hannah. Kenny, he has triplet girls. So, yeah, and I think he also has a son too. Triplet girls and a son, I think. Yeah. And so him and Armando met on a single gay dads group or whatever, and then they got married a couple years ago in The Other Way. So, like, Kenny has been dying to move to Mexico City where there's more opportunity and stuff. Armando says is that Mexico City is cool, but it's also really dangerous. People can get robbed and stuff and everything. So what they're going to be doing a trial run. And they're going to live at this place for like 6 weeks in Mexico City to see if they could like it or not. So they take a little car ride, arrive there, everything gets settled in, hopefully it works out. Armando said, him and Kenny agree on everything. This is one of the things they don't agree on because they also want to have a baby. And he thinks that getting a surrogate over in Mexico City will be easier. Kenny doesn't want to have a baby at age 60. And Armando is only 34 years old and stuff. And Armando did say one good thing. He said, Kenny's worried about his age, but they keep talking about his age as time goes by. We could have already had a baby, but we spend more time talking about the age. We could have already had it by now. That is true. But Armando, be realistic. I know you want to have a baby with your spouse. That's normal. That's great. But I just wish these 90-dayers and these foreigners can think a little bit when they marry somebody that's twice their age. They're not going to they can't have babies. Angela can't have babies. Kimberly, Usman, Kimberly cannot have a baby. Molly, Kelly, Molly can't have a baby. Stacy, Florian, Stacy cannot have a baby. Darcy, Georgie, or whatever. Darcy can't have a baby. Armando, Kenny can't have a baby, Armando. They are old. And if they have a baby, Kenny's a grandfather. Kenny is a grandfather already anyway. He has a few grandchildren. His child will be younger than his grandchild. What sense does that make? Come on now. Think logically here. Your grandson is going to be older than your son or daughter. I just don't get it. I love Kenny and Armando, but I just wish these 90-dayers, at least the foreigners, will be a little bit more realistic when they get into a relationship with someone twice their age. That's all I have to say about that. But anyway, guys, that was the end of my review. It wasn't a good first episode. We still got 3 more couples to meet, including a returning couple from last season of The Other Way, and that's Danielle and Johan. We'll see how this goes. I'm gonna give it a chance. But I don't know. It was not off to a good start. I'm not Brandon and Mary. I'm intrigued a little bit. That Holly and Wayne definitely not intrigued. Those are my up and downs, and we'll see how the other 3 couples are. But anyway, guys, that's it. I'll see you guys back on Married at First Sight. It's finally over. So we got some time off before the new season. So I'll be back on next week to do it before the 90 days. So thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see y'all soon.